Hi guys, welcome to another edition of What's the Points. I'm Andy Luton from Andy's Travel Blog, your host here in the Caribbean. So honestly, I'm not thinking about miles and points news right now. I'm thinking about heading back down to the beach, grabbing a nice cold beverage, or maybe 2 or 3 more. Anyways, there is some stuff to go over that I wanted to cover today. So first off, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, it's out. Everybody's going crazy about it. And I'll be honest, I got it myself. And the reason I got it is the sign-up bonus. It's a good card. When I got it, I read through the benefit guide, and a couple of the things I really like about it. It has primary rental car coverage versus something like American Express Platinum, where you have secondary rental car coverage, meaning your personal car insurance has to find out about the accident first, versus something like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but also the Chase Sapphire Preferred, where it acts as your primary rental car coverage. So your personal car insurance would never have to know about anything that happens in the case of an accident while you're renting a car. But also what I found out, so the Amex Platinum card, which has it has the exact same annual fee of $450 as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, it has the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection. Well, the Chase Sapphire Reserve has the Luxury Resorts collection or Luxury Hotels collection, something like that, and they're basically the same properties. So when you're trying to compare the Sapphire Reserve to the Amex Platinum card, it's pretty much equivalent. There's the $300 travel credit, so you look at the annual fee of $450, but then you look at the $300 travel credit, it's really $150. And if you haven't signed up for Global Entry or TSA PreCheck yet, they also credit that fee back to your account. So realistically, you're looking at an annual fee of $50 for that first year, and that $300 travel credit, I believe, to be annual basis, calendar year basis, not account year basis. So it should be possible to get it twice in 1 year during the first year that you own the card. I think that combined with a 100,000 mile point bonus, the ultimate reward point bonus, it's a compelling offer, and that's why I went ahead and signed up for it. And as you saw on Andy's Travel Blog the other day, I got mine in. I think I was one of the first to get it outside of Brian Kelly, but I got it. It's a great card, and yeah. So if you're interested in something like that, take a look at it. I think it's probably worth a look, but you do have to be okay with a credit card with an annual fee of $450. Some people don't like that, and if you don't, that's fine. There's nothing right or wrong with it. It's just your opinion. So Chase Sapphire Reserve, everybody's covered it really well. People have gone absolutely crazy about the card, I think simply because the 100,000 mile point bonus or ultimate reward point bonus is so lucrative. I mean, with that, you can almost do by itself 2 Singapore suite one-ways from JFK to Frankfurt. And that's awesome. So anyways, what we have next, and I covered it in Andy's Travel Blog, Gary Left covered it in View from the Wing, Ben Schlappig at 1 Mile at a Time, we all kind of covered it, was American's president, Scott Kirby, who I have given a pretty hard time to on the blog because he constantly uses terms like innovation when he really means like destroying the customer product. I say that kind of exaggeratedly, but not as much as I would hope. Anyways, so Scott Kirby recently was let go from American or left American. Truth is probably somewhere in between. And then United announced on the same day that Scott Kirby had been hired at United Airlines as their new president. A little bit of executive shuffle going on between the big three, or 2 of the big 3, between American and United, which is very atypical because you'll typically see people join an airline and then work their way up the ladder. So interesting bits of news there. And let's see, what else is going on in the... Okay, so another thing that I wanted to talk about is American Airlines is they've started experimenting with dynamic award pricing. And what that means is certain routes on certain days are going to cost more points or more miles for certain redemptions. And American has said that it's going to be limited to certain routes. So for example, LAX to Sydney, only the anytime awards in the highest category are going to go up, making, I think, according to Gary Left, an 840,000 mile round trip first class award a possibility, which is crazy. I think what we should be concerned about, though, is that American wouldn't be building out the IT infrastructure to do something like this unless, in my opinion, they were planning on rolling it out program-wide. Obviously, everybody looks at Delta when you think of something like this because Delta has completely dynamic award pricing. They don't even have a published award chart anymore. So it is something to keep your eye on. And like a lot of people say, and I'm a big proponent of it as well, don't hoard points just to have a big point balance. Like, get some points so you can go use them. It doesn't do you any good to have a big point balance if American or Delta or United or whoever turns around and devalues them and they're worth half of what they used to be worth. So that's definitely something to keep your eye on, and we will be doing that as well. So there's probably a lot more I could cover, but again, to be honest, I'm in the Caribbean. It is time to go have a great time on the beach, have a couple of drinks, maybe a couple too many drinks, and just have a blast. So I'll be back early next week. Until then, take care, travel safe. We'll see you next time.